Well, good morning from Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we've got our first game of 4 of the day on Field 6 from Mohawk Sports Complex. Our first game features the U15 age group. AGUILAR out of California. They hail from San Diego, California. They are the Region 4 champs. And we've got South Carolina United FC Elite. They are a U15 as well. They are the National League Red Champs. Great morning here in Tulsa. Weather's still cool. Humidity isn't up yet. Expecting temperatures around 90, 92 today. Had a little bit of rain yesterday. So we waiting the signal from the referees, and we'll get kickoff going in just a few seconds. St. Aguilar FC will be in the black kits today, black trunks. They'll be going left to right on your screen. South Carolina FC will be going right to left in the blue trunks, white shirts as we get going. Couple notes from United FC. Grayson Barber, their captain, will be heading to Sporting KC after this tournament as we have some early action down the left side for Surf Aguilar. This ball's crossed into the middle, got a chance, but kicked out. Goalkeeper Cameron Smith, also a captain for this South Carolina FC team. He was a Region 3 goalkeeper. A little bit of dew on the grass this morning. It's going to cause for some slick surfaces. This ball's played up for Surf Aguilar and back out. I was talking to a few coaches from the Surf Aguilar team before the game, and since they do come from San Diego, it's a little bit different of a time change. It'd be 5:30 there right now, obviously a 2-hour time difference. They're also trying to get used to the climate, as the humidity is something new to them, and they got lucky with the 7:30 a.m. game to this morning. Looking at the Surf Aguilar team early on, as we have a shot on goal that goes wide. And it's deflected for a corner. They're fast, and we saw this yesterday, but a couple teams that had the faster people, or the faster guys on the team, they usually got off to a quicker start. So it'll be interesting to see how South Carolina FC can contain the speed and quickness of this fast team from San Diego. This ball's crossed in from the corner, header, and picked up. We are on Field 6 this morning. There's multiple games already getting started at the 7:30 mark. It is our first of 4 games of the day, 7:30, 9:30, 11:30, and 1:30. Yesterday, we were quite lucky with the weather as it rained, drizzled throughout the morning, and didn't warm up till the afternoon. That is not going to be the case the rest of the week. Today it's supposed to be up around near 90, and the rest of the week it's in the high 90s as the ball is kicked out of bounds, and we have a throw-in for Surf Aguilar. This ball's played in, and a shot on goal. Good! A goal! What a rifle shot to score into the bottom right corner for Surf Aguilar. And They'll be happy about getting on the board early as they take an early 1-0 lead. It seemed as though there was a miscommunication in the back four of South Carolina FC. And a few words here from the ref. So let's see how South Carolina FC responds. That's an early goal. The early goals have kind of been the trend of the tournament so far. That was Jose Valenzuela on the goal, as we need to give him credit. Took a lovely little touch at the top of the 18-yard box and got onto his left foot and ripped it bottom right corner. And we've got a turnover and another chance here for St. Aguilar as they look to push. Kicked up and kicked wide. And crossed to the middle, and near post is a save. That was Castro there on the shot, and I think he was just trying to create as now South Carolina is pushing. Tripped up and no foul. Castro was trying to cross that ball, it appeared, and ended up taking a funny bounce off his foot and going near post for an easy save. You can tell that South Carolina FC is very good at spacing. Talked to their coach before the game, and he said they like to play with a little bit of pace, but really control the ball. And if this team can control the ball for majority of the game, I think that will give them a good chance to win. As you're starting to see a lot more teams play this way. It's kind of the Barcelona way. And we've got an early chance again. That's saved by United FC. Playing keeper today is Cameron Smith on United FC. And a restart here as offsides is called on the other end, and this is played up. A little bit of tangled feet as this will go out for a goal kick. A lot of the Surf Aguilar team was looking for a foul there, but no harm done. This is now played wide again for St. Aguilar as they look to work it towards the middle. And they've been playing those wide balls a lot this morning as a cut in and a chance on goal here is great save. And Cameron Smith there having a few words with his defenders. I think another little miscommunication on the left back there as we resume play. So Cameron Smith's been busy so far today. In the few minutes that we've been playing, as now we've got a chance for South Carolina. Cut out wide, look to go back in, deflected, and the goalie gets it. So far, field conditions seem to be ideal. I said there was a little bit of water on the field yesterday, or this morning, excuse me, but doesn't seem to be doing anything as this is deflected out for a corner. And Surf Aguilar is really doing a good job with long balls already this morning. Often playing down the right side, played a couple of times down the left side. And another corner, which will give him another chance. Ball hasn't been down much on the other end, mostly been on this end for the first few minutes of the game. And calmly saved by the keeper, Smith. As I said before the game, Grayson Barber's the captain and the leader of this United FC squad. He heads to the Sporting KC Academy after this tournament. And offsides. So a bit of an awkward ball there as Castro was played onside there for a second and the ball just came back to his feet and there was nothing that he could do. And you see that central play there in the back, and that's a good way to play, except for you can't do anything about that speed right there as this is taken in. Shot on goal, no good, cleared out. And a break there for United FC as the speed of St. Aguilar so far has been dominant. And there's a ball in that's juggled with. And no goalie in. Let's see if Gomez can finish. He can, and a great save by the keeper. A great recovery save as he was caught out a bit, juggled it, and was able to recover nicely. This is already the third corner kick of the game for St. Aguilar. This is sent in, far post, and again bounces around and kicked out. Goalie Evan Smith having a tough time getting on the ball. This is sent into the middle. All three of their corner kicks, I guess, have sailed towards the back post as this is sent in. Head on goal, no good. Wide left. Their first three corners, though, have all soared towards the back post, and it's made it easy for the goalkeeper Smith to get his hands on it, although it was juggled a bit on the last corner. He's done a nice job on those. About 75 degrees right now in Tulsa. Lovely morning for soccer. And you see how well St. Aguilar has been at calmly getting that ball out. They don't panic in the back fours, this team from San Diego. That is a sign of good coaching and good practice. Obviously, you can't replicate a game situation in practice, but some teams come in and look scared and timid in that back four, especially when pressure's applied. Neither team today so far has looked panic, as we have a chance on goal shot. Goal! And that is the captain. They talked about him before the game. Grayson Barber heading towards Sporting KC Academy after this, and a great goal. So there's the speed that you talk about with Barber. He's just been up top so far this game, just waiting to latch onto a ball. He's been close a couple times. That third time he got one half a step ahead, and it was smooth sailing. The run was almost as impressive as the finish was there, as he just slotted it into the bottom left corner. This is a shot on goal that sails over. And a lot of times you see even up to the professional level, they'll get a breakaway and then panic and often kick it wide, mishit it. Barber was on the spot there as the flag is raised, and we have a re-kick. And a goal kick that can't quite get out of this end, and St. Aguilar is going to push again. This is sent into the middle and scooped up for the save. So Smith's been busy early on, as that one wasn't a tester, but surely a tester with the ball skipping across the surface early in the morning. There's Barber again, fighting willingly to get the ball. Chips up and just over. My goodness, Barber. So lovely attempt at goal there from Barber. He fought 3 or 4 guys to get through to even have a chance at a shot on goal there, and it was a very valiant attempt. And this will produce another chance for a corner. Headed up and out. And possibly an outlet here for St. Aguilar, as we might get a foul here. No, we don't. Advantage, says the ref. This is played to the middle, and wow, it's incredible the transition that they made that quickly. As they find some open space here, and we'll have a shot on goal. And then another shot on goal that's kept out by Smith. Godinez took a shot, mishit it. It was settled in the box on a left foot, and Smith was there to cover. Fourth corner of the game here for St. Aguilar. And here comes Barber, screaming up the field, and finally stopped, but you can tell he's got a high motor. He's high energy so far in this game. He is by far the fastest player on this field. And a bit of a tangle there at midfield as St. Aguilar will restart. St. Aguilar took an early lead in this game. As this is sent in and a turn. Another pass and some dancing at the top of the 18-yard box. That's flipped. Still not out here as United is trying to do anything they can to get it out. And you can tell the dribbling on this St. Aguilar team is very impressive. This is sent in and looking for a head, can't find one. A shot on goal goes wide. And that'll give us a break and give our mandatory water break that is going on for every game this week, even though it is early in the morning. It is something that the tournament committee decided to do. It is going to be hot this week, so important that these players stay plenty hydrated and everything. When the players do take this water break, the 11 that want to stay on the field must stay on the field in between the painted lines, or else they will have to come out of the game for a sub. We are playing the FIFA international rules. So we are halfway through the first half. These will be 40-minute halves. And a possible handball there, but incidental, says the referee. United FC team is coached by Robert Strickland, as we have a chance on goal here that Smith looked as though he had it under control. He might have not had to even hit that, but had a little bit of curve, a little bit of bend that was coming back towards the left post, and he wanted to make sure that he was there to stop it. Take no chances, obviously. You'd rather surrender a corner. This is the 5th corner of the game for St. Aguilar. And this ball's hit in. Skips through and cleared out. Barber's there, and here he comes with his speed. And he tears up the field to the left side. He looks to get it in the middle. Bit of a shove there, but good defense played by St. Aguilar and a harmless little ball to the keeper. Barber really has a nose for the goal, as he's been right around it all game. And it seems like this United FC back defense has settled down, and these kids are playing on a big stage. It is the national championship, so could be battling a few butterflies early on in the ball game. But once you get that first goal, and even once you get a good 15-20 minutes under your belt of playing, you kind of see and get a feel for the game. Short, quick passes has been the formula so far for both of these teams, but especially the St. Aguilar team. And flags up for an offsides. Sub for this United FC team. Has Foster's on now. He comes in. Because we are playing FIFA international rules, there is a 4th official, as we have a shot on goal that's deflected and back out. Both teams looking to add another goal before halftime and carry some momentum in. As here's Barber again, down by the end line. He crosses it in, batted around, and finally kicked out. But Tense moment there for St. Aguilar. And all the way back to the keeper. Smith throwing his hands up, trying to get everyone moving. And here's Barber again. Settles down nicely, looking to push. He does. Ahead to the right. And a good move there. Cut back to the middle. And headed out nicely by St. Aguilar. And now they're going the other way. So for being early on in the game, this is quite stretched out. As that ball settles nicely, and St. Aguilar looks to send it in. They do. Send it right across the middle and a goal. A great goal there as that was crossed into the middle. And a lovely finish there by Aguilar. He got right in there and stuck his foot up. That's pretty much all he had to do. Is a great pass from the left side. Fired across. But a deflection and in the back of the net, and there's your goal before halftime. Very impressive play so far by St. Aguilar. They're going through the wings quite easily, going through the right and left side. As that last goal came from the left, our first goal came from the right, and they look to push again. And again, it's served in. Smith comes up and corrals and looks to punt it up. Two-one the score here. It's the end of the first half. Fairly even game. St. Aguilar controlling the ball most of the first half. As this ball's brought down after a punt away. And this is taken, and a chance here for South Carolina FC, but a ball that was hit ahead that maybe should have been carried more was taken and stopped. And now here's Barber. Gets it onto his right foot. Looks to find anyone in the middle. I believe that was Dudley that they were looking for. And this is played out wide now. And great defense there. And a free kick. Dossie comes into the game now as he looks to get some minutes before halftime. As this ball's kicked ahead now, and FC is looking to push and get that equalizer before the end of the half. So a long throw in here for United FC as they look to find Barber once again. And they find him, and he blasts into the middle. And St. Aguilar, all they can do is cause a corner kick. Barber really explodes off the ball. He can hit it into gear quicker than a lot of people that I've seen. And the second corner of the game for United FC. Ball sent in, played towards the back. And that's an easy clearance there as we have a handball now and a dangerous free kick position for just outside the box. St. Aguilar coach having a few words with the fourth official here, and it looked to be incidental to me. I didn't have a great vantage point of it, but ref did say that the arm extended from the body. And this free kick is just outside the box as Barber looks over to take it. He's accompanied by Foster. And it will be Barber. And dummied, shot on goal, no good. Great save, batted around in the box, and wow, incredibly lucky there for St. Aguilar. That ball was ripped down. It was dummied first, and then a left-footed shot got under the wall. Was a great save there by the St. Aguilar keeper. And now Aguilar looks to push and add on to their 2-1 lead before halftime. Played back. Collision on the ball, no call. As this is kicked towards the middle, inside the box, and a chance here towards the middle and deflected out for another corner for St. Aguilar. And you see what kind of speed they have. So here's a corner to be taken here by St. Aguilar, the left foot. Swung in, and again towards that back post, and again Smith there to save. So that's the fifth corner of the game there, and the fifth time that Smith has at least been able to get a paw on it. Last corner he had a little trouble with it, but was able to recover nicely. As the fourth official gets ready to show the scoreboard to indicate how much stoppage time will be left in the first half. Still awaiting that number to be shown from the fourth official. Should only be a minute of stoppage time, as we didn't have a lot. And it actually is 3 minutes of stoppage time, so ref thinks that there was some more stoppage than just 1 minute. As the FC United coach has a few words with the fourth official, trying to arrange some things. And the fourth official doing a good job as Grayson has a chance here. Onto his left foot, cross into the middle, and can't do anything about it. He seems unhappy as he thought he was pushed, but it's going to have to be a little bit more of a heavy challenge to get a call there inside the penalty box. This is played at midfield to the left side and taken down. So 2-1 the score as we are in stoppage time now of the first half. St. Aguilar with the lead. St. Aguilar's had the ball majority of this half, but it has been somewhat even. And the last thing United FC wants to do is concede another goal before the halftime whistle, and we're going to get a deep throw in right now. This is one back post. And cleared. So, when they have been in trouble, United FC has done a good job of clearing the ball. And right as I say that, there's a mishit, and I think we're going to get a foul here, and we are. So, not an ideal position for a free kick if you are United FC. Very ideal if you are St. Aguilar. And stoppage time is coming to an end, but they are going to allow the free kick. And it is called before anything can be done. So it's halftime, and St. Aguilar takes a 2-1 lead into halftime, and they convert early on in the game and then convert a goal late in the half. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the rest of the second half. And we'd like to thank a few sponsors as we welcome you back at halftime of this 2-1 game. First sponsor is Tubero Sports Group, Kohl's, Mango.org, excuse me, Nesquik, Nike, and in just a few minutes, we'll get you back for your second half of this 2-1 game. And welcome back for some second half action of this 7:30 a.m. game. We've got 3 more left after today, on field 6 at least. 4 other games being broadcast across the YouTube channels. So St. Aguilar played a very good first half. They're up 2-1. They got a goal early on, and then after United FC equalized, they picked up another before the end of the first half. St. Aguilar this half, and the black shirts, black trunks will go right to left on your screen, and the opposite side, South Carolina FC, will be going left to right on your screen as they're in the white shirts and blue trunks. Second half about to get underway. An action-packed first half, really, as action on both ends. The game was stretched early on, which you're not used to seeing, at least in the first half of these type of games. Usually the stretch usually comes later on in the game as we're underway. That was cleared out of the back there by Smith, the keeper, but not very far, as this pressure from St. Aguilar has really gotten to United FC early on. Barber still patrolling up top for United FC. He was the best player in the first half. Smith, the keeper, also had a good first half. Although he led up 2 goals, he was the savior on 2 other shots that could have easily been goals. So those 2 have played a mighty well first half. As the ball stays in now, and an early chance for St. Aguilar. Cross towards the middle, no one home, and it's cleared out. So we've seen that a lot so far from them as Barber controls. They've just really done a good job down those wings. And Barber picks up the foul. Excuse me, that was not on Barber, but it looked like it should have been, as his arms were extended, but their ref is going to say that the feet were tangled. The offensive player usually gets the nod in that situation. And in that case, he did, and we've got a long free kick for United FC. A left-footed kick swung in and back out, but not all the way out. St. Aguilar being careful not to foul here in a prime free kick position. And a good little deke there. And it's deflected and up across midfield. And a ball coming over here and taking a deflection back. And here comes a push from United FC as they try to find Barber in the middle. They don't. And that was good defense there by Aguilar. Again, this ball's played in the middle as Barber takes a touch to it and then decides to leave it. They will look for him down the right side if they can. Instead, it's played towards the middle, and a shot that's calmly punched away by the keeper. A knuckler of a shot there, but punched away. Would have been difficult to catch, and a chance not wanting to be taken there by the keeper, Jackson. Fourth corner of the game here for United FC. Let's see what they want to do. It's sent in, front post, and back out for another corner. So they were trying to go front post there. St. Aguilar covers nicely and calmly kicks it away for another corner. Timing very important on these corner kicks, as you want to start your run at the top of the 18-yard box, or towards the top of it, and run in and get momentum. That's what's done here. Sent towards the back post, a little behind, headed out, headed back in, and back out again. So ping-pong effect there, and it's finally kicked out. Here's Barber dancing and he'll pick up the foul. So Barber, not only explosive and quick, but very good at drawing fouls. Knows that he's not the biggest guy on the field, so can use his size to an advantage, as there was a little contact there, but he did a good job of drawing the foul. And another free kick for United FC. This ball swung in, back post. Calmly got brought down by Jackson, and you have to be careful on those. Oftentimes they sail over. Not the case this time. Backpedaling header with not a lot of power on it propels St. Aguilar up, and now they've got a chance. And this is a shot on goal, but right at the keeper. Good shot on goal there. Didn't have a lot going on, so important that he at least put it on frame. You might get a deflection if you're lucky. This is played out wide and kicked ahead, and a good header out. And now they're going to try to find Barber again, and he almost gets onto it, but it's cleared out. And there's a sticker on the ball that was taken off, and now Barber gets it. Surprised no one's on him as he tries to draw a foul. Doesn't get the call from the ref. Looks like ball there. Good effort. And a good turn on the far side of the field to cut it back in, but it's booted away. And now Aguilar looks to work it towards the middle of the field, pass back, and a ball in. Tried to flick it on there, but couldn't. As we have a stoppage in play now, and we have a sub coming in for Aguilar. That is number 19, Robidello. And a handball that maybe should have been called, but isn't. And a chance ahead now for Aguilar. This is cut outside and deflected out for a corner. So you could tell they were trying to send it into the middle there. They couldn't. And they'll take the deflection for another corner. This is their 7th corner of the game, so they haven't converted on one yet, but you would like to think that as time goes on, the more corners they get, the more confident they'll get. They can see what type of defense is being played as this is swung in, punched out, still rolling, and eventually picked up by the keeper. That was a deflection back from his own defender there. And a lovely little slide tackle here on the near side that's kept in the game for Aguilar. And this is played ahead to Grayson. And kicked out. Smart play there by Aguilar just to get it out of harm's way, reset the defense. Barber up ahead there. And when he's ahead, you just kind of settle there. And you take your loss, reset the defense. There's no reason in trying to stop him with his speed. Kick it out. You get 3 or 4 guys back instead of him going on 2 guys. And as we've seen early on this game, he took on 3 or 4 guys, dribbled right through for the goal that equalized in the first half before St. Aguilar scored again. Played into the middle and intercepted from Aguilar. And this is up ahead, almost brought down, but would have been tough to bring it down with that velocity on the ball there. And this is kicked over for a goal kick, so not a lot of guys going forward there, not a lot they could do. And we'll reset, and Smith will take the goal kick. Smith has been opting for the long ball here on his goal kicks, and Aguilar's been playing it very well as they and out for a goal kick. Aguilar on the goal kicks from Smith, though, have done a good job, and they almost set up in a triangle-type formation that allows one guy to keep an eye on the ball near midfield. Once he gets it, he tries to send it ahead. He usually has 2 or 3 options, and that has given Aguilar a few chances so far in this game. Aguilar not playing as much as they were through the wings this half. They were coming down the right or left side just about every time when they were playing in the first half, and that's taken up the left side for United FC, but does not work. So a free kick now. It's reset by Aguilar. And now here's a deflection out for a corner. That was Barber again and on the play and trying to come in from the left side. And here's a corner, so it'll be interesting to see what they try to do with this corner here. Have yet to see anybody play it short in this game, as it appears United FC had a guy come up and dummy it, but they opt to go long again. And this is an in front post and back out for a corner. So not a lot on that corner there, and Aguilar calmly kicks it away, and we'll give another corner to United FC. And this is flicked on, and a dangerous ball there as a beautiful dummy played on the front post and just kicked away nicely for Aguilar. United FC has had their chances in this game, as they've had quite a few shots on goal, a few corners, but no success yet in the second half. This ball's played in the middle and then out to the right. and out of bounds. Tough play there as ball was skipping across the surface. As I said before, it rained yesterday, drizzled throughout the morning games, and got some sun in the afternoon. We still are early in the morning, as it's just past 8:30 here in Tulsa on the Central Standard Time. And that ball really skips. I mean, it's tough to bring down and can pose a challenge oftentimes to the keeper. And we will be getting close to our mandatory water break, which is happening every half, and that's what's going on right now, is a little bit of a talking to. And it is not a water break yet. I thought they were taking it, but instead it is a free kick. The ref in this game has been very stern. Has called a good game, but not allowing much talking going on, and that's how it should be. This is sent in and headed out. Big kick there, as I was from midfield and sent all the way down into the box. And that's a foul. And we've got a man down who we'll get a look at from the trainers. Seems to be holding his leg, but now is slow to get to his feet and will get a free kick. A sub getting ready to come on for Aguilar as the ball is out, and a throw in for United FC. And while we get a stoppage in play, we will have a substitution. And a few players over here on the United FC bench being told to put on their red bibs, as that's what they are wearing today. If you're on the bench, it keeps player safety important and gives any confusion so you don't pass it to someone out of bounds. Now Aguilar has a chance, cut inside, and a hard challenge. It looked to be ball, but it is going to be a booking, and this is our first booking of the game. And that was a tough challenge. The ball did go in the direction of the tackle, but in this case, it produces a foul, and that's going to be Parker Stokes receiving the booking. It looked as if he got sandwiched almost there as he went down on the foul, and that's what made it look a lot worse. Stokes might have gotten a little bit of the ball, but he had a force coming from his left side and his right, and Stoke is the one who ends up with the booking. It will be Ariaza here taking the free kick, as Barber shouts out instructions to his wall. And we see this a lot where the Aguilar players will be on the right side of the wall as they try to shield him and will shield the other players away to give a shooting lane. But he's going to go left-footed here and head it out. Boy, from my angle, and I had a good angle on that, that was going right towards the bottom left corner. So a good deflection there by United FC. I mean, that ball was heading right into the goal. And you could see the frustration after the free kick as that deflected out for a corner. Ariaza just looked up to the sky, and you could tell that he hit it good and wasn't expecting a left-footed shot either. This is sent in off the corner, deflected around, and picked up. That would also had a chance to go in the goal. It did bounce out for a corner, and this will be the 8th corner of the game for Aguilar. So they are leading the corner count, if that gives you any insight into the summary of this game. And it will be a left foot here on the corner. Swung in the middle, punched, and out for a throw-in. So we'll see a throw-in type corner kick right here as we get our water break, and that is halfway through the half, so this is normally when they take it. And while we take this water break, we'd like to thank a few more sponsors. Liberty Mutual Insurance, Olive Garden, Sports Authority, Wilson Trophy Company, and Capri Sun. So we'd like to thank all those sponsors for helping us put on a great tournament here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. First game of 4 on the day. A 2-1 lead for Aguilar as they've been pretty good this half. No goals yet so far in the second half, but a lot of drama still left in this game. So we will see a long throw in here. Let's see if can get a good grip on the ball and really launch this throw. He does. Short post. Just try to flick on, and now we have a corner. So oftentimes on those long throws, you'll see someone at least try to throw it towards the front post, and then you try to get a flick on and try to have someone hit it in, but a corner that's sent in. Tough to get for the keeper as he ran into a traffic jam trying to punch it out. And fortunate that a misheader sends it wide right, but from my angle, that looked like that had a good chance of going in. And fortunate enough to scrape away without another goal. United FC still trying to find that equalizer. As this is played near side ahead, and defense of United FC having a good half. This is played down the side and out for a quick throw-in. And you see the pressure by Aguilar really is built up. This is played down the right side and in. Up for a header, no good. Finish and a goal. And just hit around there and kicked in by Aguilar. The keeper made a little bit of a mistake. He's down. That's Smith that's down. That was Ariaza on the goal. He's the one who had the free kick that almost went in. And he capitalized there as Smith went up and tried to hit it out. He really couldn't. As he has a few words with the keeper as he thinks he wasn't able to punch it out. As Aguilar's taken a 3-1 lead in this game. So a few mistakes here and there have cost United FC. And we'll resume the game as FC desperately needing a goal right now. United FC, that is. And remember in this tournament that in pool play, it often comes down to goal differential. As this is pushed ahead once again, a shot on goal off the crossbar. And fortunate there for United FC. That was a screamer from beyond the 18-yard box that almost found a way in, but eventually it ends up wide. An absolute rocket. I mean, that kind of came out of nowhere. A little bit of space was given, and it beat Smith, but it didn't beat the woodwork. Oftentimes a keeper's best friend, especially in this situation, headed back to the keeper. You are allowed to head it back to the keeper, and the keeper can use his hands if that is the case. And a foul here. Ref's going to give a little talking to, tell the boys to calm down a little bit, as obviously emotions running a little high. We are on field 6 at Mohawk Sports Complex. There are 12 fields in total at this complex as United FC pushes ahead and deflected out for a corner, or excuse me, a throw-in. This tournament runs today and tomorrow to finish up pool play. An off day on Friday. Give the boys and girls a day to rest. And then continue action Saturday and Sunday. And that'll be the knockout rounds as well as the final. The speed of this Aguilar defense has been the issue so far for United FC, as they've had a lot of trouble handling with the fast offense, and especially the speed on the back fours. Now Barber's got it in the box, and he's looking to score here. He's got a shot on goal, and it's saved And, oh, the keeper accidentally kicks it out, and it's still alive. And a tackle in the box and a corner. Thought the ref might point towards the spot there. He doesn't. Aguilar fortunate to only surrender a corner there, as Jackson seems a bit upset. It seems like he got on the ball and just slipped out of his hands a little bit and gave them an opportunity to send it back in. Instead, it's sent out for a corner, and this is sent in low. A flick on and a chance in the middle, but to no avail, and Aguilar clears it out. United FC getting energy from the bench here to keep fighting, keep playing. We've seen soccer games turn and anything can happen, really. In pool play, you are awarded 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 for a loss, so no extra time or penalty kicks quite yet. That will be the case as we move into the weekend and find ourselves in the knockout round, as now Aguilar pushes. And this is kicked ahead on the right side into the middle and taken by Smith. And now we will try to see a push here from United FC. So there's Barber in the middle, and he's really been the energy of this team. And this ball is kicked forward, and Aguilar has a few numbers. As a good job there from the defense, crossed in. And if they had players there, that could have been another shot on goal. However, no one was home, and it skips harmlessly across the face of the goal and out for a goal kick. And we've got a sub here for Aguilar. That's number 4, Martin, as he enters the pitch for the second time today. And now Barber's got a chance to work his magic, but good defense there and eventually kicked out. If I'm United FC, I don't want Barber taking those throw-ins, as I'd rather have him out and on the ball. He sends one in that's deflected, and I think it's going to go out for a throw-in. It doesn't. And a little bit of a push in the back that Aguilar might have gotten away with, and now a lovely ball ahead. And good defense there as it's kicked out. So that'll be the 9th corner of the game for Aguilar. As they look to put some extra cushion in between them and have United FC, as this is sent in, top of the box, headed out, and that's a goal kick. Smith pleading with everyone to push up as a goal is badly needed in the next few minutes for United FC if they want a chance at equalizing. So a 3-1 score here. Aguilar still leads. They converted early in the first half. Barber equalized for United FC. And then towards the end of the first half, Aguilar snuck another goal in, and that's been the story of the game. There's a lot of action here in the second half, but no goals. That was sent in, and keeper Jackson screams away as now we have someone down in the box after that header. Seems to be okay. And they will push ahead. Aguilar, that is. Cut inside, and a cut towards the middle. A ball in the middle, and once again, harmlessly skips through the face of the goal. So now Aguilar has it. Some contact, no call. And a goal kick. So a little bit of contact there that possibly could have Yeah, this is played down the right side and out for United FC throw-in. Big water jugs here today. Keep the players hydrated as the sun has begun to poke out. That's out. And off the big U-Haul off the field and rolling back. Barber tries to turn, and a good defensive play is this is flicked on now to the right side. And a good cut inside. The defender slips. And a chance here for Barber as he dribbles through almost everyone. And it almost goes in the goal off of a deflection. So weird there as he was within one defender away from getting by. And you also have to think in that situation if a ball is, or a foot rather, is stuck out and Barber goes down, that's a penalty kick, and I would imagine he would be the one that takes it. And then you would have a ball game going into your last few minutes of the game. This is sent long. Barber's got a chance to get on it. He does, and this goes into the goal. And what's the ref going to say? He's blowing his whistle as Barber's trying to... Barber was just trying to run it back to midfield, and I don't see anything wrong with that. They are trying to eliminate that in FIFA. And we're going to see how much time the refs are going to put on the stoppage, and it is going to be 4 minutes, so quite a bit of time left now as Barber was booked after that, and they are trying to eliminate where if you score a goal, even if it's late in the game, they don't want you running into the goal and picking it up. So strap your seatbelts on. We might have one heck of a finish here on Field 6. 4 minutes of stoppage time is added. And a big boot by Smith is trying. Someone tries to get on to the end of it, but couldn't. And now this is kicked ahead, and not a terrible play there because that does waste time. It could be factored into the final stoppage time, so a little weird, but stoppage time could be added on by more stoppage time in cases like that. This is taken on the right side, and you would think they'd take it to the corner here. They don't. They cross it in, and a goal. So that's the issue when you push forward and you're trying to get another goal, and the United FC defender right there was just trying to control it and kick it upfield. Instead, it deflects right off his foot into the lap of an Aguilar player, and he buries it with ease. And that'll stretch the lead to 4-2 for Aguilar. A quick answer. And another thing is, especially when you're trying to push forward, and this happens in all cases of soccer, they say you're most vulnerable after you score a goal. And that factored in somewhat to that goal, obviously, with the rest of the team pushing forward was also a factor, but team gets in an offensive mindset, and that seems to hurt them. So just a few minutes left in this game. These 4-2 Aguilars, they are leading. And this is kicked up the middle, and now Barber's got it. He gets the ball stripped away and is unhappy with it. So 4-2 still here, and winding down. The ref taking a few peeks at his watch as we are getting towards that time of the game. And this is a shot on goal that goes wide. That was Ariaza again. He's scored one time today and been a factor many other times. And this is kicked ahead, and at this point in the game, Aguilar just trying to control. As this is played now to the right side, Aguilar looking to add on to their lead. And a shot on goal is taken. Oh, and a wonderful save there by Smith. Sprawling at the last second as I was going towards the bottom right corner. And that is your ball game. So 4-2 win here for Aguilar, as a great game up and down the field. Stretched on both ends. Shots on goal for both teams. But another win for Aguilar, and they keep rolling in this tournament. Our next game starts here in the next 20 minutes. Stay tuned. We've got 4 other games going today on the YouTube channel, on the Youth Soccer YouTube channel. But come back and join us in 20 or so minutes for the next round of games, starting at 9:30 Central Time.